Hey, I'm Brick, and welcome to another edition of the Seller Stream. Sorry about the late notification that it was going to occur. Just plan on it happening every week at this time. I got with me Howie from HowieStuffandYoHowie.com and Willet from BrickWillet.com. Both of them sellers over on BrickLink and BrickOwl. Hoping that BOT can join us, maybe Revolution. And I also shout out an invite to Clutch just in case, because I know he was over on Ballin' and Ballin' just a bit ago, and I know he tends to do like the world tour thing with announcements. So, what's going on, Hoosier? So, any ideas on what you guys would like to talk about here inside the room or in the comments, what you would like to discuss? This is where you guys talk.
Well, just overall, the price of Lego keeps going up, or even with the larger sets. Do you think Lego is just testing the waters to see, like you take the new Death Star for $4.99? Do you think they're testing to see where people are, how much people are willing to spend on Lego or on a set as they keep increasing the value of their sets?
I think honestly that the price of the sets is just increasing as everything else in the world is increasing as well. I don't think that it's too unreasonable or outpricing, but might be a little bit ahead of itself for the Death Star. But that is sort of a set that is already on the the upper echelon of what people will go and will go buy.
Yeah, how many more parts are in that set? Isn't there about 300 more parts?
I'd have to...
More parts and more more figs.
Yeah. Another question we had in the previous video was from David Bricks. Said, "Hey Big B, hopefully you can shed some light on this for me. I've just bought 2 Ghostbusters firehouses that I got for €75 off each. Good job. I'm keeping one and sitting on another. Was that a good or bad decision? All depends upon why you received €75 off the set. They're hoping that it might rise in value with modulars, which is a good decision. It's an upper end set, which are always the ones that you want to go and try to sit on, because fewer people do. Also, it is like a modular. It is a lot more impressive than the previous firehouse. But if you got €75 off of the price because the box was dented, box wear, box open, cosmetically, if it doesn't look, then you're going to probably not make the same as somebody who had a perfect box with perfect seals, with perfect blah blah, because that's what people want to buy. That's what the dude with the cash wants to buy 10 years from now. He's got the cash, doesn't care where it's spent. He wants the experience. People are buying into experiences when they buy these older sets. It's not just to be able to go build it. If you want the price that you're hoping that it will obtain, you've got to make sure that you maintain control of the condition of the set. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, like you take the giveaways, say the London bus, water fountain. Are those better to sit on, or do you think it's better just to throw them in the store to sell them as you get them?
The fountain was a little bit different, but I definitely think those little promo sets, the little boxed ones, are better on the resale than the polys. Nothing on poly collectors or any of that stuff, but just those little boxes, they tend to get dented and destroyed in the shipment from the from Lego.home.
Yes.
So if you're going to invest and sit on those ones, best choice is to go and actually get them at the store. And then sit. Don't put any weight on them because those things are just so flimsy. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, I haven't got them in the store, but
I had 2 come in orders from Lego, and they were both crushed.
Yep. I know when I ordered from Shop at Home, they definitely you had to be worried about it.
some of the bigger orders that I've placed, I swear they try to see how much they can get in there and then just step on it or sit on it to get the box closed, crush half the box that you got in your sets.
Well, that might be from like Target or Walmart, but Lego.com's pretty good, man. They know their peeps.
And then the worst place that I've probably ever ordered at is Amazon. Not from Amazon itself, but the other sellers on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
There's some of the seals that look like they've been broke. Boxes halfway opened. It's
There was a question in the comments from one of the viewers wanted to know if anybody had any comments on any of the next wave, current wave, new parts that are going to be coming out. So one way to track new parts that are coming out in sets, besides going to vulture over BrickSet, is to go and check out newelementary.com. They usually do a little breakdown of different sets, different elements that are in there, and the historical value behind them. Especially when there's new, what are they called? New molds for existing parts.
Parts and new colors.
Not as much new colors, but like when we get a new arch for some reason, they'll explain why we're getting a new arch.
Wow.
Like, we're getting a new arch because did you know that it can now fit underneath the giant globe that was in those Star Wars planet sets that didn't sell? And then everybody's like, oh, wow, that'd be really cool. Now I need to go and find those old Star Wars half planets, especially the tan one.
Okay, very nice. I was looking at the site. They're doing their latest ones on the parts in the Caterham.
Tell us about it.
I'm trying to get it over here. Let's see.
So I need to make a correction from last week's show. The price paid field is available in BrickStock, so you can edit that. I believe it's just I don't use the view that allows you to do that. There's different views that you can employ. It's probably in the buyer collector difference, maybe. No.
Now we got 2x3 tiles in black and bright yellow. Not a new mold, but one by 1 90-degree elbow. Or in light blue gray and black. And it's got the what is that? Been in a couple other sets. It's the clip with the round plate.
Mm-hmm.
It's been in some of the Ninjago sets. It's got a couple of those in there. I guess probably suspension pieces. No new molds for that set. Few recolors.
I'm sorry, I'm being quiet right now. I'm reading through some of the older streams, just the comments to see if there's any questions that need to be answered.
Oh, a lot of printed parts.
Well, here's a question for you. If you'd start over, open up your store, what things would you have changed? Or knowing what you know now compared to what you know what I mean?
What would I have done? What would I have done different if I had known better?
Yeah.
When I was sniping, I should have. There was certain parts that I probably should have avoided. I was sniping them out of, or I was buying them, purchasing them out of emotional reasons, not financial reasons. I really liked it, so I thought everybody else would really like it.
Okay.
I probably would have. I would have bought more Tolkien sets than I possibly could have afforded, knowing that they're not going to make any more movies and people will go absolutely bonkers over them.
No, that's one thing. Like when I started out, well, just kind of jumped in, didn't test the waters. And I would have saved up a little more money. Kind of picked up the clearance the way I did, but would have invested more right away into doing bigger part outs rather than parting out 2, 3 at a time.
Yeah, that's nice if you're able to keep it up like that, but I honestly believe that it's not just the quantity, it's also the quantity. So it's not just the number of parts, but also the number of lots, I should say. And you're not going to get a number of lots from doing huge part outs. You will over time, and you'll start to see the secondary ordering based upon having those items in your store now. But pretty sure that having a very wide selection is what's leading to success for me.
No, yeah, I agree with you there. It's
Yeah, I think concentrating on more on the stuff that sells better too. You know, the
Yeah.
basic and stuff like that.
Well, you got to know that's the thing. So we touched on this very briefly, and there's no way that any seller is really going to talk a lot about this because that's your little book of tricks.
Right.
But you should just use common sense. If you are always putting one part back away, if you're always like, wow, how come I'm always giving this part a new drawer? How come I always got to assign a new drawer for this part? Go get more of it. You're obviously selling out of it. People want it. It's either a super popular part, it's way underpriced, or both. So don't be afraid to put an extra $0.50 on it. See what happens. Because you could end up hurting yourself because if you keep selling it at that price, somebody's going to come along and cut you by half a cent and take that away. And then somebody's going to do it to them, and do it to them, and do it to them, and do it to them, so on and so forth. and now it's not even worth it to go and get the part because it's in the pooper. But yeah, if you're always selling out of something, you should. I shouldn't even have to say that, right? Like, people should know that, Howie, right?
That's right.
Like, if I can't keep white 1x1 or white 1x1 black or white bricks in my store, I don't know why. Go find a set that has more of them and part out and buy those sets. You know, if you have parted out a whole crap load of, you know, Star Wars and ships in your store, and all of a sudden, you know, your sales stop in those pieces, go get more of them. You know.
When you start getting repeat customers, look at what they're buying.
Yeah, find out what your buyers are building. You know, talk to them. Be like, hey, what are you doing with this? This used to be mine. It's yours now. What are you doing with the bricks that were formerly mine? So, and just know your audience too. Some people, if they didn't know you, could take that offensively. Right now, I'm still in the tired game. Getting back on the seller side, the tired game of when somebody buys something and empties a drawer, I get excited because I get to put something away in the half drawer. So I've got a bunch of stuff, like 1 through 20 of certain elements, and they don't warrant getting a big drawer or a full drawer because of the tight nature of space in my business. So I get excited. I'm working through the list monetarily backwards, so it's not as fun anymore when you're putting away. You're excited for 40 cents worth of parts to be put away, but.
Got a question here. Do you ever get any input from your customers?
Occasionally. I had one person who was actually a loyal customer, seller as well, who asked, hey, how come you ship to the PayPal on file address, even though my BrickLink address is different? So, answer to that is because they lose out on PayPal buyer protection if I ship to an address other than the one they paid on PayPal. And 2, I lose my buyer protection. And 3, it's a pain in the ass, and it takes like 5 minutes more for me to go and use the address that they should already have on file with PayPal, because they're obviously using it because like they live there or they're in school and that's their new address for 7 months out of the year. And they're a good buyer. They understand the humor that I try to put into things, so they got it. But the primary reason is because the buyer and seller lose all of their protection. You know. What else? We got any more questions in the comments here? Which one of you is going to be responsible for tracking comments?
Well, that's the last one I saw. I'm kind of watching as we're going. Hope I don't miss any.
It's Willits.
And see, we got somebody out there that my birthday wish is someone to send me a mystery package. Watch out for people asking for random mystery packages from people. Yeah, so you definitely need to do part outs of 2Z, 3Zs, as well as the 10s, 20s, 30s. You want to really diversify. You want to change up what's in your store. You're not just going to get somebody who's interested in building ships. You're not just going to get city. You're not just going to get this or that. You're gonna get a mix mash of everybody. So, and once again, friends is awesome.
I always let the customer put complete.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should never, as a seller, be changing your order to completed. It's not up to you. You don't touch it after you hit the ship. It's all them after that. If you're so anal retentive that you got to see it be moved to completed to satisfy whatever your internal urges are, just suck it up and wait. And if it never happens, it'll disappear in 6 months. So.
Yeah, I always just file them at the end of the month just to track what I've made through the month. If there's a problem, they get a hold of me or whatever. You know?
Yeah, because do you track each and every individual buyer's package as it ships across country?
No. Once I ship it, I don't worry about it.
Yeah, when it ships, you change it to shipped. You little check mark on the side. You give them feedback. You send them the coupon. They shouldn't have to give you feedback for you to give them feedback. They did what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to pay.
Yep.
Okay, they did that. That's all they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to give you feedback. You shouldn't hold. You shouldn't hold feedback for them hostage, so that you can get feedback back on yourself. That's actually, there's a lot of buyers that won't repeat buy you if you do not provide them with feedback after they paid, because in their mind, it's holding it hostage. And I don't really understand the whole buyers needing good feedback perspective, because unless you have a negative number, I'm going to sell to you. I think most people are like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Another question about consolidated parts. Y'all
Always consolidate.
Y'all consolidate or unconsolidate your parts?
Oh, consolidate. Definitely consolidate. Otherwise, you're going to end up with,
No, I mean the
500 lots of friction pins.
In BrickStock, the CP, consolidated parts, tires, wheels.
Oh, you mean the mini builds? Depends upon the part. So Will and I were talking about this last week. Bicycles. You should be uploading them as a bicycle, not a frame and tires. Otherwise, or frame and tires and rims. Otherwise, I'm going to go and buy just the tires from you, and you're going to be stuck with a bicycle rim or bicycle frame. So a lot of people do left and right wedges as super lots, since they don't have. But that's the same type of category. There's people that say giant Ant-Man. Same way. Be able to super lot it. What was the question in the comments, anyways?
How do you determine the length of a coupon in your store?
I treat it like it was a grocery store. I think most grocery stores give you a month to use a coupon that's in the paper.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
Yeah, I got mine set up 30 days, use it, use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are 60 days. I think it all depends on the seller.
But for tires and rims, I always leave them separate, just based on the consolidated parts. Of course, get rid of all those sticker ones, unless you're cutting out the stickers and selling them with the element. Because there's some people that will say that you can never have a new stickered part. You can also get into the conversation of, is it new if if the book is closed or the briefcase is closed? Because now that Lego is including closed books and briefcases in their CMFs, the argument of it's closed as used is sort of out the window.
That's like, do you put the minifig's arms down when you put it in the package? Do you leave them out?
I put them. I try not to put them down because I know that people like that for the authenticity reason. But I cannot control the post office, and they do not make a special, very small foam thing that I can wrap around the arms of the minifigure to keep them in rest during shipment. So, and if they did, I wouldn't use it.
They shouldn't be that fussy. It's
all fees on BrickLink are calculated pre-coupon and pre-discount, so or pre-sale. So if you are constantly having your store 50% off, so you have something for $1, but you're really selling it for 50 cents all the time, you're paying on $1, not on 50 cents when it sells. So you're screwing yourself. Everybody likes to see a sale, but if you've had the same sale in your store for 3 months, it's not a sale. That's your normal prices. It's day to day.
Well, that's one thing I noticed too with a lot of stores. When they say they're running a sale, they jack their price up, then they put in a sale on it to show that it's a sale in their store. But their prices are, say, 20% higher than what the average is.
Yeah.
It's...
Oop, I thought that was Howie. I got another Brick Owl sale. That's the sound I make. Brick Owl, it just outperforms BrickLink over the weekend. Doc had mentioned it before. It was more like housewives ordering stuff, moms ordering stuff. And I think he's correct. I think it's more family oriented, and that's the way he meant it too when he said it. It could be taken the wrong way. I think it's like families sitting around and like doing stuff, and like little Johnny and Sally are just like, "Mom and Dad, I want these parts and pieces," and they go and get them on Brick Owl because it's easy to go and find them, and they know what they're going to pay immediately because everybody's got their shipping categories set up, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was talking to you. Did you do the international ones as well?
Yeah, I set up the international, Mexico. Yeah, I got my first order from Australia.
That's a good one too. Australia, the folks down under definitely want to know how much they're paying for their brick because it is crazy expensive. I did not realize that Australia was as expensive as like China and the bad places to send it to because it always gets lost, like South Africa. It's that expensive, so it could be like $3 to send it to Canada. It'd be like $11 to send it to Australia.
Well, yeah, I did get an order to Canada too, but I guess I really don't consider them international, you know,
because they're attached.
That's and
they're your neighbor.
It's cheaper to ship to Canada than it is in the U.S.
It is. It is, though, if you package it properly. If you're sending it in a box, it's not. But if you're carefully sending it in an envelope that has been properly packaged and had the bumps pulled out, it's helpful. And seller tip and trick. All right. This comes from USPS. it is specifically for international orders. I believe that there's a tear based upon this, so that when you put it on your order, it does not cause you to go over, because it is, it's like 1/3 of an ounce to put this on there. But it helps smooth out the top of the package. So I don't have any examples of the actual packaging that I use for most of my international, which is a double aught. So 00 bag. It's like a 5x10. But that thing fits over it perfectly. And they're free from USPS, if I forgot to mention that again. A little bit smaller than that, Howie, but yes, that type of size.
Is it a lot?
No, I've got some crafty paper one I use for that one. The craft paper actually tends to be a little bit less weight than the poly, and since I purposely keep those ones in stock for my international, and I know that the international community pays premium dollar for their shipping, I try to get bags in to package them that won't increase their weight and save them anywhere I can on their shipping expenses.
Have you shipped to North Korea? I've got South Korea.
I sold to South Korea lots of times.
Yeah.
Should definitely be set up to sell to South Korea. I don't know anybody that has sold to North Korea. I don't know if they have registered users in North Korea. But if Kim Jong-il wanted to buy some brick from me, I would probably sell it to him. You know, we might just make this world a better place for you and me. We are the world.
Well, how many countries have you sold to, Big B? Just roughly, how many countries have you sold to since you've been doing this?
On Brick Owl or BrickLink?
Well, both of them, I guess, either one.
I've actually sold to countries on Brick Owl that I hadn't sold to on BrickLink.
Okay.
Like I had never Mexico.
Yeah, that's a country I haven't got to yet, to sold to yet myself.
$40. And I've sold to both Slovakia and Slovenica.
Okay.
Just to point that out.
What about Helvetica?
And Serbia too. Never sold to Helvetica. I try not to use Helvetica. But yeah, I think this is, for most people, it's, you know, number 1 U.S., number 2 Canada, number 3 Australia, and then followed up number 4 United Kingdom, and then South Korea is your top 5.
How many orders have you been scammed on or lost money? I haven't had any yet.
I've had, I think, 3. I try not to remember them. That's one of the reasons why I do and I'll admit, I do self-insurance on international orders. You know, if your order comes to blah 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 and the shipping is $3.50, I'm putting down $4.50 because of the $1 self-insurance, because some people like to steal.
Yeah, I've been lucky.
A lot of times it's not necessarily that you did something wrong or that they even stole it. It's people who are unaware of their own country's importation fees, and they don't know where their own limits are. It's like I think it's The UK and Canada, it's like $35. But in the UK, they just started including shipping as well. So when you fill out the customs forms, make sure you do not include shipping with the total price. It should just be for the price of the goods, because you don't know what the country in question's policy is, and they will add that additional price of shipping onto that number if their laws are that way. And if you've already included the price of the shipping in that, you're screwing your customer over even more, because they have to pay that extra whatever in fees. U.S. does not have any importation fees. You know, you can go buy tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and postman will just deliver it to you. Maybe they might make you sign it. What is the largest order you have ever sent by piece count? A little bit over 40,000. Have any buyers asked to reduce the price of a set so they can buy it? I've had one buyer asking. And yeah, people sometimes ask, they'll be like, hey, I want to buy all of those blah from you for this price. And if it's a you're smoking crack price, then I may not even respond. If it's border, I might go for it, but I keep it all on BrickLink. Usually the people who are doing that are looking for a sale off BrickLink. So since I try to keep it all above board and sell it actually on BrickLink, if people discovered it on BrickLink,
yeah,
I do that. And that's just because, that's part of the reason why I'm taxed on my sale, is because they're providing a portal for me to sell my stuff. If I was continuously pulling stuff off of BrickLink to sell on the side, if they actually had a crack team of developers that were tracking that stuff, you could get caught. But if it's reasonable, yeah, go for it. If you're like, well, this has been sitting for 6 months and I don't think it's going to sell, and somebody was like, hey, can I get 5 bones off that? And it's like $100, you're like, yeah, okay, it wasn't moving before, why not? Judgment call. It's all your store. It's your stuff. There's no rules, really.
You know what you paid for it, hopefully.
Yeah, just try to get your money what you paid for it, with taxes, fees, gas, wear and tear, all that crap that you should be taking into consideration. Make something on it. Yeah,
I get asked that a lot. To reduce the price, they're going to, like, for your torsos or the heads, certain pieces that they're looking for.
Yeah.
It's...
And I've actually been scammed more domestic than I have international. I've had more people within the States try to scam than not. And it's not always just the order's lost. Sometimes it's price or piece is not in here, which can be quickly verified by going to go count your drawer. And it's either, ooh, I made a mistake, or are you sure? Can you check to see if it's in the bottom corner of the bag?
Yeah, I had that happen with one of the dinosaurs. I sent they said they couldn't find the jaw to one of them. And then came back and said they couldn't find the headgear. And part of that's all together in one slot. Oh, my son found it. The son tore open the package.
He was playing with it. It was in his nose. What's up going on, Brick or Treat? How are you doing today?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. How about you guys?
Doing well, welcome. You guys had a nice little chat?
I was chatting with Clutch for a while after the show, so sorry I'm late.
Yeah, I was trying to suck you guys over here to chat with so everybody could hear it.
Hey, he's washing bricks, so.
So what's the story there? Is he getting out of the game?
No, no, he's not getting out of the game. He's taking a break from BrickFest Live to work in his, push his store and work on the BrickBox. He's going to be in charge of that. So
Right. Good. I love that BrickBox.
He's got a lot of irons in the fire. So
He does. That's why I wanted to actually talk to him about that, because you guys didn't touch upon the fulfilled by clutch at all, which a lot of people want to know about. A lot of sellers want to know about this whole fulfilled by clutch thing, because it does sound like the perfect deal for me to just like all the crap that's taken up a lot of space that I can't move, that I can just inventory it and send it to him and have him deal with it. Like all those insectoid legs.
So it's like outside storage.
Yeah. Alt storage for my stuff. Here's
That's
300 boat hulls.
Well, I don't think he would have any boat hauls, so yours would sell definitely quickly. So
Yeah, my boat hulls is a bad example because those actually move fast.
yeah, I know.
Here's 300 printed 4x16 panels from junior sets. The fire one. There's those 1x6x6 panels. The printed ones that come out of those junior sets actually do really well. Or 1x6x5. The ones that have the little window inserts in them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those do awesome. They're pretty cool too.
Oh, I got
Check
a
them out
question.
for your castle stuff, will it?
What's that?
There's a couple of them that go and lend themselves really well to castle.
Okay.
But,
You got a question here, I guess. You might be able to answer it or not. Anyone using BrickStock in a non-dollar currency? Seems to be a bug that it only exports in US dollars, even if you use it in euro.
yeah, that's something you got to contact the developer on. I believe that there is a complaint out there right now as well that the developer person who took over for BrickStock did not update their code to the whole, like the GNU or whatever, for open source. Because of these problems, people cannot go in and fix some of these issues themselves, and I know that people who use alternate currencies are really upset about this one because it's a serious pain for them. Big B, what is your best-selling part? Not gonna tell you. I've got a list of about 500 best-selling parts. Parts that you'll always see stocked in my store are my best-selling parts. Again, if you are always selling out of an element, you're not doing it right. What is goat leg?
Goat leg?
I don't know. He's Foo's talking about.
Goat leg is a site where you can look up what and go like you can look up torsos and bricks. It'll tell you what set it's in and all that kind of stuff. It's just another site to look up.
It's
actually
called
pretty
goat
good.
leg.
Goatleg.com, yeah.
.net.
.net? Okay. I thought it was .com, but I haven't looked at it in a long time. So.
.com works too.
Nope, .com. Who's not keeping it updated?
So what is it? Tell us about it. Bot. You can tell us
It's
about
just a way to help you identify torsos and bricks and things like that. I've actually used it to identify, some of my torsos. It's easier. I thought it was easier to search than BrickLink at the time. You know, you can choose the color pattern, or what color the arms are as opposed to the torso, and things like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they're a torso assembly by pattern.
Right.
That's just putting that word in the search. That didn't look helpful, but I can see the arm color or the hand color being helpful.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. That's a good one. Goatleg.com. You got any more bags of tricks you guys want to talk about?
Is that what the theme is tonight? Bags of tricks?
No, but like that was just a good one right there.
I guess when I try to identify stuff I didn't know, I'd always take a picture of it and then try to search Amazon for it to see what would come up or give me a close idea of it.
Anybody ever tried the Google image matching?
No, I haven't tried that before.
Wonder if that would work, since you're not going to be identifying with the same picture, but just the same image in the picture.
Hmm.
Let's see. All right, question and answer time, folks. So, kids in the comments, start letting them fly. Otherwise, this is getting to be a boring thing, and I've got orders to fill.
You got more Brick Owl or more BrickLink orders this week?
Weekend is Brick Owl. During the week, BrickLink.
Now, why is that?
I think I think Brick Owl is more family oriented, so the whole family's home on the weekend, and they've got a chance to talk to each other. I don't like the new Shop at Home website. I'm not allowed to shop on Shop at Home. I'm banned from Lego.com, but I do still use the site for identification reasons and for instructions with my kids.
Now I thought your VIP was banned. Your banned is
No. VIP is good to go. The VIP is good to go. It's just shopping online.
Wow.
Just shopping online.
Yeah, I was in the Lego store today. They had the Angry Bird sets on sale, and got a lot of the dimensions marked down now. Getting ready for the new stuff coming in.
Mark down dimensions at a Lego store. What do they mark it down to?
Oh, trying to remember, 588 on the fun packs.
Fun.
I haven't looked online to see if they're the same price. They hadn't changed over the wall yet.
Yeah, I'm curious what the fan favorite's going to be when they change it from the sand green.
People are asking about the ban hammer and how it happens in the comments. Question is, if the limit is 10 and you try to buy 11, do they ban you? Yeah, it throws a flag, and if you get too many flags, they'll identify you. Do they ban you because of massive swooping? Yes, most definitely. When they offer you unlimited on a set, meaning up to 99, and you place multiple orders for 99 of said items, that's what got me. Who would have thought that spending your money would have? Well, I knew it was going to happen.
So what was the set that was your downfall?
Oh, definitely the business cards, as well as the cake toppers, and they had like all these little Lego Life, let's call them, type of sets, like 80%, 90% off, man, and like the credit card or the little business card set was like what was it, like $5 or something, Howie?
Yeah, it was cheap.
And it parted out for like 75 or 80 bucks. So I sort of planned some things out. I knew I was going to get the hammer for putting that many in, but I knew that, at least I thought I knew, and I took a chance that those sets, the business card sets, the letters in them would be increasingly popular once people stopped having them. So, and I was correct. I've had to go out multiple times and swoop other stores of just their letters that I'm running low on. And the reason why I go out and get more letters is people can't spell the word they're looking to spell. I'm going to sit on just a crap load of letters that won't turn over.
So how many did they end up sending you? Because usually they'll cancel your order, won't they?
Oh, I got complete orders on all of it.
Wow.
But it was also orders that I had placed. I was actively placing thousands of dollars in orders while I was on my way to getting. I knew I was going to get banned because of it. So it was like a half and half. I probably got half the orders that I had placed during that time period. But once I got I think it was like 13 or 18 emails in one morning, just like boom, 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 boom. That I was banned. Some of those orders had already shipped and they couldn't suck them back. Other ones, was it worth getting banned for? Yeah, it was fun. It was, I'm a bad boy or whatever. Not really bad boy. I mean, I can go and get a new IP address. I've definitely got a new credit card number by now because everybody's getting a new credit card every 3 months because the banks are screwing up on their security. So you're getting a new credit card number, and for an address, I could just go get a P.O. box. And, if I had a P.O. box for that, I could just be like, oh, yeah, P.O. box company, not post office that has more stringent rules. Can we just change my number from 7 to 6 the next time? Sure, no problem. And now you have a new address. So the only one that's difficult to deal with is the IP address. And if you just go through a proxy, you're golden.
Well, each router has a different IP, don't it?
What's that? Yeah, they track IP address.
Different IP, correct? Each one of your routers have a different IP, correct?
Yeah. But if you go through a proxy, then it's masking that IP. So you go straight from your router into a proxy server. Just log into the proxy server, and then you hit the internet after the proxy server.
Oh.
So all the traffic is coming off of the proxy server. Question in the comment for you: has Willet been banned yet?
No.
So you're heeding the warnings that were given to you by your elders.
Well, he does Toys R Us and Walmart mostly, doesn't he?
Oh no, dude! Not those early pictures.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All depends what they got when I'm buying. If I'm paying full price, I'm going to use Lego.
Here I am parting out 200 of so and so.
Whoa! What are you doing? Stop! Don't do that anymore. You're gonna get in trouble. What? Huh? A lot of resellers are trying to offload the old Death Star. Is anyone picking them up for a few at lower price to part out? I don't even know what the part out value is. Has anybody ever thought about that, parting out the Death Star?
No. It just seems like a lot of plates.
Seems like a lot of lots.
Oops.
When you got like 600 lots in a single set, it's a little hard to motivate yourself to get that all put away.
I don't even think the minifigures would cover that set, would it? Selling them?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Does it have like 16 figs in it?
20 did. Somewhere around there. It's something outrageous, but still for a $400 or $450 set, whatever it is.
If they were unique figs, just to that set, might be able to cover it. I doubt it though.
So did you guys, you and the kids do the Cogsworth build last week?
I got the we got the clock, obviously behind me. I got the clock, but we didn't get the. And I didn't get a complete clock, by the way. We got a partial clock because we got there a little bit too late. We were talking to some people in the parking lot, but
what's he missing?
There's just pieces that I replaced the ones on the kids.
Okay.
All I needed was the sticker, man. That was all I really needed for that one. But we didn't get to the one this week because we had a soccer tournament.
Okay. Any idea what kind of brick box we're going to see this year at Walmart?
No idea. No
I'm still
idea.
waiting for mine.
I'll get them.
Yeah.
I'll get.
And we'll see a picture on Instagram, and then we'll see 1,000 people yelling at you. So.
You bastard! Don't you know?
Leave something.
The children.
You're the reason why I couldn't get any. That's right. That's right. Because I traveled to your store in your town.
That's right.
And purposely bought them from the store nearest to you. No, it's because you went. It's because you went to the white bread, safe, middle of the suburbs, Walmart with every other SUV driver, and you all wanted it, and you all. Meanwhile, people like Bot and I go and
put our lives on the line for you.
Yeah, go to places where Gatsby answers. And
that's right.
Gatsby answers, man. And go and buy all of them because nobody's buying any there because Lego's expensive.
Yeah.
So that's why when I show up, at the Walmart that I go to, they help me load the entire pallet into my carts and say, "Thank you. We haven't sold any of these before you came around."
You gonna build all those?
This is the best purchase I've ever seen anyone get. This is gonna make me happy all day. Thank you, sir. No problem. Happy to help.
Do I get 10% off for buying, quantity?
No, but they the actual manager of that store remembered me, and when they were doing the Nexo Night Ultimates, the latest round of Walmart discounts, I happened to go in there, and they were just like, "Hey, you're that guy." And I was like, "Yes, I was."
What you got?
How many of those $2.50 figs did you buy?
I haven't got any $2.50. Of the $2, 300.
Nice.
So that's 5 cases.
They still had them in the cases, huh?
Oh yeah, they were the genuine cases.
Nice. Yeah, the only way anything shows up in cases of mine is if they find them a couple years after the fact.
Well, I also don't get cases of figs from the States.
Germany?
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody knows that.
So what's Series 17 going to be?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best one they've ever put out before, and everybody's going to love all of them.
And you're going to full Monty them.
And I'm going to get 5 cases of them again.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I haven't even looked at it. Have pictures been out yet?
No, but don't they usually come out?
Don't do anything.
Didn't the monsters come out October, right?
What's that?
Don't the series usually come out in October?
Oh, September. That's when the 16s were supposed to come out.
Yeah, they just had them come out.
Yeah, they've been out a while.
They were out in August. That's all. August.
Yeah.
You got like
You know
another
what?
2 months.
I can't believe they're going to wait till December.
January.
You don't think they're going to put out any more before the end of the year?
I don't. I think.
I'm just hoping that we have a poly bag for Christmas and for Thanksgiving.
All right, maybe what is useful in this year's advent calendar for Star Wars? Have you looked at it?
I don't know. It's actually kind of disappointing, to be honest with you.
That's what I thought. I thought
Yeah.
you were going to be
It's actually
disappointed.
kind of crappy.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Not that white doesn't do really well. White does incredibly well, but it's a seasonal color. I was actually very impressed with the Friends advent calendar this year. So if you go check out the Friends advent calendar and dig deep in there, there's a couple few that are really, really good. But you got to know your parts. Hockey sticks. Hockey sticks are expensive.
So you'll be scouring all the stores in the next couple of months.
No, I don't get mine until after the holidays. I don't touch them. I buy one for me. I buy one of each for the kids and me. Pre-holiday.
Right.
In March, maybe April, I go out and buy a crap load of advent calendars from the previous year that nobody wants anymore. That's my shtick. But I don't do any of it before Christmas. I don't take the holidays away from anybody. I'm a father. I see how important that is. I know the looks on kids' faces when they don't get something that they look forward to.
And I still watch today, and it still pops up in my feed. But the Sunday from the year before last.
You gotta watch it more often. That's why. There's so many little tips in those older videos of mine.
Yeah.
I give it away in those videos, especially those old haul videos that I had.
Right. That's a classic one. And then when you bought the books and the advent calendars, and you're up on the ladder.
Why are you throwing those Lego sets? Have you ever opened an advent calendar before? Do you not realize that it is so packaged?
Yep. All individual.
Every single one of those is individual, and it's in its own little air-sealed inside of thing, which is more air sealing. It's like there was no damage at all to any of those. But yeah, in the books.
Yeah. Well, you bought them just for the trays behind you, right? That's why you bought them.
In the beginning, I did, yeah. In the beginning, it was like, oh, I got a free tray. I need trays. But then I realized that the parts sold better than the figs,
Right.
which was strange. But the parts also sold frequently, and I sold out of them a lot because they were all for tiny mini builds that was just very wanted greebling. So. I don't know. But yeah, just to get it out there, like I'm not taking freaking holidays away from kids by buying 100 advent calendars. Sorry, I just realized I was the only person that had rights in here.
But you parted all those out, right?
Oh yeah, part them out all the way, except for a couple of the figs. They're still in the original bags, but they're not entered into my store as a set. They're entered in as a fig. No. Because people don't look for them as a set. They're looking for the fig. Sometimes you take like a 10 cent, 20 cent hit on that, but it's got a better chance of being found.
What, you got the game on the side channel there?
Who's watching the game?
Said, are you watching the game over on the side?
No, I need to. I'm pissed that the Redskins won today, so. Well, at least they beat the Giants, though, so that was a good thing. Hey, we're up 17-3.
Oh, touchdowns have been scored.
Yeah.
Versus field goals.
How do you know what figs are out versus whole? Look at the price. Hope that you can sell at least. Hope that you can sell at least half the pieces. If you can sell half the pieces, maybe 3 out of the 4 pieces, for more than what the whole fig is, then it's a possibility of being parted out. But you got to know that those parts can sell. It's not just a, ooh, you know, like these 4 parts are worth 3 times as much as the fig whole. But is anybody going to buy that torso by itself, or does the torso depend upon those legs? And do those legs and torso depend upon that face and the hair or head piece? If they're all dependent upon each other, then they're probably not going to sell well.
So you're saying always part out your superhero figs, Star Wars figs.
Yeah, always part out the ones that are completely, you know, named. There are, and I actually tried doing that in the beginning. I was just like, oh, it's, you know, Halloween. Like, people are gonna do the whole trick or treat thing in their city. Like, they're gonna need lots of superhero torsos for kids walking around the neighborhoods with superheroes and stuff like that. I didn't sell crap.
So what's your thoughts on buying the Mighty Micros and putting regular legs on them?
I like the Mighty Micro sets. I don't like the price. I think it's a little bit. I think it's about $2 high. I think if those sets were $7.99 instead of being $9.99, it'd be perfect. So.
That'd be a good one to pick up when they hit clearance.
I think that the one you just picked up might be pretty good. The Ghost Rider.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't sold any of the figs out of either one of those sets yet that I've just put in. I'm gonna have to double check my prices, kind of see where it's sitting.
Well, that's because you've got the people that are doing the hyper selling right in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as the set comes out, there's going to be people that are going to hop on there and sell it at an undervalued price to turn it over quick. Figs lose half their value very, very rapidly, and either you just wait for that to stabilize, or you are constantly fidgeting with it. I pick them up on clearance after the whole ebb flow thing has happened.
Yeah. Oh, with BrickStock, is there any way you can just upload like your minifigures to adjust your prices on them? Or do you got to upload the whole inventory and then adjust everything?
Yeah, you can go and adjust prices through BrickStock as well. So if you download your entire store and then convert it over to an XML file, open it up in BrickStock, and then you can edit it there and then upload it with the price changes that you need. But that's advanced. You could really screw up a lot of crap if you didn't do it the right way.
Don't you have to delete your old store?
No,
your old stock?
You can do an update. You can do an update.
Okay.
But if you go and delete your whole store and upload your whole store again, you lose a lot of stuff a lot of things that are good for you. That timestamp of when you uploaded a part is good to have. It helps you know if something's stagnant or not, because nobody's got the memory to memorize every single part that you put into your store. You know.
But it does send out notifications to everybody again.
Yeah, it'll send out notifications to everybody again, but you know, exactly. And Ghost Rider will go up later on, especially after they turn Ghost Rider into a female that drives a car who lost a leg. You know, just not making the character who the character is known to be.
Yeah, that is. I really do like that fig. Well, I like the figs in both of in that set for your. What is it?
I like it. Yeah, I like it that they did the classic Ghost Rider. The reason why I mentioned that is because somebody was saying that in Marvel's Agents, they're going to take Ghost Rider and turn into a female who's driving a car. And that's just why. Why? He's the dude from California on a motorcycle and a flaming head. Somebody's saying you can also increase your price by putting a negative number in the sale price in BrickLink for temporary adjustments. I had not heard about that or tried that, actually. All right, I'm going to call it. Thanks for coming on, everybody. Thanks for the questions in the comments from everyone. Please remember that if you have any questions as you're watching the show and it's not live, please feel free to leave questions in the comments so we can answer them the following week. Try to join us live if you can. We appreciate your questions and your companionship and your likes and all that stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also subscribe to all these dudes that are here today. I think everybody's got the Brick Owl 10% off coupon with hashtag SellersStream going on in their Brick Owl store, which is exclusive to Brick Owl. Because on Brick Owl you can stack coupons, which is a necessary and needed thing on BrickLink. But that's all. I want to thank everybody. Once again, we've got Howie from Howie Stuff and Yo Howie. Got Brick Willet, brickwillet.com, and Brick or Treat. Everybody is a seller on BrickLink, and like I said, a majority of us are on Brick Owl as well. That's it. That's all. Thanks for joining, and like I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that happy stuff, and don't forget to support your local BrickLink sellers.